Is high rate. Just to explain the concept, there's a stroke that we use, it's called whana, okay, which is about that much in the water, it's all up the front, okay, but in order to do the stroke, the waka needs to be up. So generally what we do is we use it at the start, we do three big, we call it deep, okay, so basically you've got your bottom two fingers submerged in the water. Those like three maximum power strokes, which allows the canoe to come up, and that's when you can start getting into the high rate. Okay. Without that, if you start doing it off the bat, it's going to be inefficient because your waka needs to be up and running, basically. Does that make sense? So in terms of the distance from A to B, when you're putting your blade in and you're exiting, for the three first ones, okay, up the front, and you want to drive it down to just and exit just before your hip. Okay, so do three of those. 1, 2, 3. Slow and powerful. Then you start speeding it up. Okay. So when you get to the high rate, you're lifting your blade out of the water, so you're only putting in half. Okay, half the blade. And generally it's from front to the toes. So if you ever look at where that is half blade. So it's just about that much. Just come poke up on the So two things, front to the hip, like just exit before the hip, that's the first stroke. So that's where your bottom arm ends. If you break it down, bottom arm goes from front to here. Okay. The top arm ends up roughly around your chest. Okay, so you're driving down to get there. Like I said, you can't do the fast one until you do this one first. But with the high rating, so front, half blade, front to toes, and your top arm remains above your head, so everybody needs to be leaning forward, okay, and staying there. So essentially what you get is this: 1, 2, 3. So top arm above your head, stays above your head, half blade, front to toes. Just have a look at it. Past your toes. So here, stay in. So exit your toe. Yeah. Exit. Exit. Short one. Yep. That's fine. You just got to be careful not to splash. Okay, so that's the distance from entry to exit. Okay, the actual motion, what we're doing with the bottom hand is you're actually wrenching. Okay, it's like pulling weeds out of the garden or grabbing somebody. It's like so you grab someone and you pull it. So it's not just putting it in and taking it out. It's wrenching. So you get this. Also, don't lunge. It's not this. It's just a. Don't force it over. Let's have a look at 3 deep and 20 on one side and stop.